It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes.
Meteorologist Kyle Granger is in for Heather this morning, tracking those storms through our area. It could impact your morning commute, Kyle.
Yeah, it could definitely, because most of us are going to be wet and definitely see that ponding that will get on the area roadways. So watch out for that. You can see some of the heaviest of the rainfall, the pockets of the yellow from Knoxville into places like Granger County up to Morristown, down into Maryville, Greenback, and looking out to the west. This still has to come through. So this is going to come through right at the heart of the 7 to 8 o'clock hour when many of us are going to be traveling, trying to get to our destination. So right now we've got moderate rainfall from Knoxville back over into Kodak, right on through I-40, and that marches off to the east. So Seymour, you've got this coming on your doorstep here in the next little while. Some improvements for parts of Fentress County and southern Scott County now, but still another batch of moderate rain moving into Oneida, and down to the south we go. You can see here Athens, Interstate 75 is going to be really wet, moving down to the south, and this batch moves back over Madisonville. So kind of the story of the morning is you're going to be in and out of these pockets of moderate to heavy rain through the course of the morning, depending on where your drive is. We'll get more of this track and looking at the rest of the day coming up in just a few minutes.
Getting a look at your first alert traffic just now getting out the door. You can expect to see some ponding on the roadways on I-40, especially through Cumberland County as you're heading into West Knox and up along I-75, even along Highway 27 in Scott County. So just want to be prepared for this rainy Tuesday morning commute. This is a live look at that slick conditions you could run into along your drive. This is I-40 west of Level Road. The water on the roadways making hydroplaning a main concern as well. So want to give yourself extra time and space while you're out on the road and get those low beams on for low visibility. Right now that volume is light. You are on time, but again, leaving early is key this morning.
Whitney, thanks. Right now, a child is dead. 3 others are in the hospital after a house fire in South Knoxville.
Crews now working to find out how it started. It happened on Linland Avenue yesterday afternoon. 6 people were home at the time. The fire department has not said how the other 2 people are doing this morning. 4 dogs also died in the fire. The home is a complete loss after crews fought the flames for 2 hours. Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon expressing her thoughts to the family affected, as well as the firefighters and first responders who were on the scene, calling the loss of life gut-wrenching for the city. And a 70-year-old woman is dead. Police say a family dog attacked her in Sevier County.
When police responded, they found Debbie Boyd inside the home on Olympic View Court with numerous dog bites. 2 large Rottweilers were found in the yard of the home. Police say the dogs were inside at the time of the attack, along with a small child who is not hurt. Animal Control took the dogs to a housing facility.
Right now, police need your help finding a driver they say hit a bicyclist and took off. Take a look. It happened on Saturday night. Police tried pulling over this Volvo because it didn't have a license plate. The driver took off. A few minutes later, police got reports of a hit and run on Central Street near Willow Avenue. The person on the bike has serious injuries but is expected to be okay. If you recognize this car, please call Crime Stoppers. We have their number for you inside the WVLT News app. And Tennessee Governor Bill Lee issuing a new executive order aimed at keeping your kids safe at school.
It comes in the wake of the deadly mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas. The order focuses on reinforcing existing safety requirements in laws instead of establishing more requirements for schools. It gives parents a guide to see safety information for your child's school. It calls for random state safety checks to be sure schools are following existing security requirements. The order also calls for evaluations in law enforcement training standards in active shooting situations. The governor says there are no plans to change gun laws in the state. You can read this entire order right now in the WVLT News app. Meanwhile, Knox County Schools faces a new lawsuit.
A parent and student are suing the school system for gender discrimination. They claim school officials are violating Title IX because it gives more money to boys' sports over girls' sports. The suit alleges that Bearden High School provides more equipment, supplies, and better facilities to the boys' baseball team rather than the girls' softball team. It also says the softball team athletes are required to pay for their own transportation to away games, but that's not required for the baseball team. Knox County school officials are not commenting.
And around the state, the man accused of killing his parents and 6 others is cleared to stand trial. Michael Cummins is charged with murdering 8 people in Sumner County in 2019. His trial's been delayed as he underwent mental evaluations to determine if he can stand trial. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty. A hearing for that is scheduled for September. The trial will start in April.
We're getting new images this morning showing the moments right before 14 people were shot in Chattanooga. Take a look at this. You can see large crowds forming just outside of a nightclub near downtown. 2 people were killed. Another died after being hit by a car trying to run away from the scene. Police are still investigating what led to the shooting and how many shooters were involved. And the full Senate GOP conference is meeting today to discuss potential gun reform.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is calling for a deal within the next few days. It would likely center around a proposal that includes enhanced background checks, new incentives for states with red flag laws, as well as investments in school safety and mental health. Democratic negotiators say a deal could be completed this week. Republican negotiators insist this is not about restricting the rights of law-abiding gun owners.
And a consumer alert this morning. Pain continues at the pump for drivers across the nation. The national average climbing to $4.92 this morning. That's up 32 cents in just a week. AAA says people are still fueling up and generally not changing their driving habits despite the record high price. Here in Tennessee, things sitting well under the national average at $4.57, but it's still a record high price. Diesel also hitting record highs this morning, sitting at $5.58. Knoxville sitting right there with the state average.
And one last look at your weather for today. We're looking at some visibility issues. You see the cloud cover overhead our station in West Knoxville and the rain that's coming down. Visibility issues pretty bad right now for Crossville, Cumberland County, right along the I-40 corridor back into Knoxville. Rain will continue to move off to the east. We're sitting in the 68-degree range right now. You can see all of this is starting to settle into severe parts of Cocke County, Jefferson County. Right now, a little break right now into, say, parts of Anderson County. But look at this. This all still has to get through our neck of the woods in the next little while, clearing down Highway 127 from Jamestown over to Oneida at this place in time. And there's the heavy stuff just getting out of the city of Crossville, pushing through Crab Orchard at this place in time. Here's Knoxville. That moderate rainfall moves off to the east into South Doyle. Seymour in the next little while. Kodak is knocking on your doorstep. Already today, we've seen close to a quarter of an inch of rain in many locations. And look at this. We've already seen close to almost 3/4 of an inch in areas like Oneida. So the heavy rainfall is falling with us through the course of the day, and we can't rule out as we go into the afternoon that we won't see more of these storms with some brief heavy downpours all day long. So because it's more spotty in the afternoon, not quite as widespread.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. We're headed over to WBXX. Whitney's going to have the latest on your morning commute. We'll see you over on the CW Knoxville. Have a good day.